Hey guys, welcome back to Thursday Night Live. I'm just another brown girl in America, and we are back at it again. We missed last week. We are sorry, but I had some emergency issues pop up. But we are, and we got some hot topics for you today. So, everybody say hello.
Hey.
Hey.
Hey, everybody, what's going on?
Yeah, how y'all week been? I missed y'all. I haven't seen y'all.
Busy, closing out. I don't know if I said it on here, but I got a promotion at work, and yeah. Long story short, I'm gonna be traveling. Appreciate it. I'm gonna be traveling.
Hold on, let me see if I get this thing to work. Can y'all hear it? You heard that?
Yeah. Don't do it no more.
I didn't hear it.
I heard it.
It's raining.
That was an applause.
They said I'm going to be traveling 85 to 100% of the time, so I'm not going to be renewing the lease on my apartment.
So you say you're not renewing the lease?
Right.
He said, "Fuck that house."
Quit cursing.
That slipped out
right now.
Well, good for you.
Oh, so you're just gonna be like a traveling man and moving around? Where are you gonna stream from?
Everywhere.
Wherever I have an internet connection.
Okay,
man, they can't take you nowhere that don't have no internet connection. That's slavery.
What about you, Tim? How's your week been?
It's been busy too. I started off feeling sick, but I'm better now. But just working hard, getting by. Rainy here in St. Louis all week, so that's kind of a drag. Yeah, doing good, though, Nikki. Thank you.
That's good. Mr. Lee?
Didn't do much, man. Just glad to be here.
That's good. And last but not least, what'd you say?
I said it was my week without the kids. I was blessed. Man.
Okay. All right. What about you, Scone?
Oh man, it's just a normal week for me. Just actually my wife been sick, so that's different. That's rare. So it's just been a normal week.
Double the homework for you. Work at home for you.
Yeah.
Tell her to get well. We sending her well wishes. Get better, Miss Scone. My week was busy. Weekend was busy. Very busy, but overall good. Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and get right into the show, and we're gonna go with the first topics. Now I don't know. Have y'all heard of what happened down in Miami with the young boys assaulting the little girl?
Yeah.
12-year-old girl.
Unfortunately.
That was horrible.
Okay, well, I want to get y'all reactions to this. I got a question.
Safety alert, a 12-year-old girl allegedly raped by 3 teenagers who are all being charged as adults. Local 10's Maggie.
And jury said these minors need to be charged as adults. This is why we are showing you their faces. Now, the details in this alleged crime are very disturbing. We want to warn you. 2 middle school age boys and a 15-year-old boy are facing serious charges as adults in connection to a rape case involving a 12-year-old girl.
So you're 12 years old? You're 13 years old?
Police say the co-defendants, Nelson Nunez, Josiah Jones, and Xavier Tyson, all played a part in the crime that took place in an Overtown community garden in June.
You were indicted by a grand jury and transferred to from juvenile court to adult court. That's why you are here.
Police reports say the victim was leaving her friend's house when 13-year-old Nelson Nunez grabbed her, forced her on a couch inside the Greenhaven Community Garden, and raped her, while 12-year-old Josiah Jones and Xavier Tyson, who was 14 at the time, restrained her. Police say Jones put rocks in her mouth to stop her from screaming. The victim says it went on for about 30 minutes, and the boys stopped when they heard her father calling her name. We've learned.
I'm sorry.
After disturbing safety alert, a 12-year-old girl allegedly raped by.
All right, so you seen that, you heard all that. Now those are those boys between 12 and 15 years old. So my question is, do you think charging them as adults is necessary? Or do you think they should still go to juvie?
I say adults for sure. When it comes to stuff like this, when it comes to violence, it's like to me it's all I would say no holds barred. Especially when it comes to something like rape, nah. To answer the question, I am not opposed whatsoever to being charged as an adult.
Even so, would you say even those boys? So only one of the boys actually did that, like penetrated, and the other ones was on the side. Do you think they should get the same thing too?
If we're answering yes or no, I would say yes, because you might as well had at that point to me, because you're holding her down. So yeah,
and put rocks in her mouth. So
put rocks in her mouth so she wouldn't scream. So, but I have more thoughts on it, but I'm sure we'll get into it.
I'll jump in because I got a different view on it. I mean, I sure appreciate it. And I mean, that's horrible. But 12-year-old kid, I mean, I don't know what the penalty's possibly going to be. But if it's 12, I guess what Spaces is saying, even if they're 6, all holds barred. I mean, or no holds barred. It's like at some point, a kid's a kid, and you have to hold them accountable in some fashion, but not as an adult. And I'm not positive in my head as I sit here what that age is, but 12 seems awful young for me to have to maybe go to prison for 30 years or, whatever it might be. So what if he's 11 or 10 and a half or 9 and a half? I mean, there's some bottom end where it's a kid, it's not an adult. And the 15-year-old, I can see that a little more. The one who's 13, I don't know. To me, it's a terrible tragedy, but I'm not sure that they're adults. I'm mixed on that because I do think they need to be accountable. I don't know what the distinction is between what can happen to them in juvie versus what happens to them as an adult, but I don't like it. Not for the 12-year-old.
Well, one distinction that I have an issue with is if they go to juvie when they're 18. Now they out on the streets again when they're 18 automatically as a grown man now who most likely will probably do the same thing.
So I guess I kind of realize that if you're charged under juvie once you're an adult, that goes away. But I still. So I don't know. I don't feel comfortable about a 12-year-old.
Because like even like if we talking about say like serial unalivers, right? Though a lot of those people was doing stuff to animals when they was kids. So like you don't think this something if you at that age, because right from wrong, we talking about 12, to do something like that and put rocks in her mouth. I don't know.
I don't either, Nikki, but more towards
because you got even 12-year-old kids and 13, 14-year-old kids doing most of these killings out here.
Well, I think we know that what precipitates it or makes them at least think that there's an opportunity to do it is the internet and the porn and all the crap that they can find online. But this 12-year-old, there's a big difference between 15 and 12. And maybe he was just scared, intimidated, going along with some shit. I mean, maybe he's a bad kid killing animals, like you said. Maybe he's a bad seed, but maybe he's just a scared kid trying to, I don't know. That's why I'm uncomfortable. To me, we're all too young. He didn't rape. He held her. And I'm not saying that's right. I'm not saying it's right.
Yeah, YouTube don't like that word.
Okay.
Anyway,
what you was thinking, Jamel?
I just learned something new at YouTube. But nah, I mean, I feel like yeah, they have to. I guess they gotta set the example. Like I think the rocks in the mouth so she couldn't scream. I think that's what made it go like they was little masterminds. Cause I never would have thought of that. It was like, this is a great idea. No, go to life. Y'all problems.
What you say, Scony?
So the irony in Tim's request before we went live, and
I was thinking that
you see that young lady right there, and I mean I got a 23-year-old that actually went through something similar. I mean, it's like I'm gonna be honest with you. I was my situation with that was, don't ever let me cross paths with this person, because I'm gonna take it as a sign that me doing something is necessary and requested. Like, as far as should they go to be charged as an adult? I mean, I'm gonna be honest. That's between a judge and a prosecutor. Like, because I don't care left or right, because neither one of those is what I would suggest or put on the table, if
Right.
I'm being honest. But at the same time, if I'm really being honest, I would take that up with the parents. Most definitely the father. And even though that man has nothing to do with it, you got everything to do with it, because the hormones in males, period, is God given, right? The controlling of it comes from self-discipline, and self-discipline comes from discipline. So all of that right there, that whole situation is a result of the lack of taught discipline, so that those kids had a level of self-discipline. And like I said, that falls on the parents, period. Whether they want to admit it or whatever, like, it is what it is. Those kids had no conversations, obviously, or let me say, definitely not good conversations about how that's supposed to go when it goes, because it don't go like that. And anybody that does great stuff is self-taught. It's emotional, it's emotional driven. It's driven off of the feelings inside of them and the lack of discipline. So yeah, I'm it's one of them things that it's like it hit close to home. At the same time, it's just like, I pray for the family. That's that, and that young person, that young lady.
yeah, you muted, Miss Nikki.
I'm sorry. Before y'all respond, because I do want to play something from one of the parents that's getting a lot of backlash. So give me a second, because for some reason,
I was wondering if you had that.
Oh yeah, I got it.
Yeah, it's two more. I don't know if you're gonna play the one I'm thinking about, but there's one more after that.
You talking about the auntie or somebody?
Yep.
Yeah. But this is the dad of one of the boys. So give me a second. Hold on, my bad.
Old boy we talking about, we're gonna leave him in jail and put a life charge on a young man, a young black man that was visiting Miami. It was with the wrong two kids. This is a 12-year-old.
Hold on. Let me cut that out, because This got music in it. I want to play this.
Today, attorneys for 2 of the 3 boys arrested in this case formally entered not guilty pleas, requested jury trials, and invoked discovery requiring prosecutors to turn over all evidence. They also argued their clients, Jones and Nunez, should not be in adult jail.
At this point, you have a 13-year-old kid sitting in jail, and me and I think my co-counsel, the lawyer for the co-defendant, we both will be fighting hard to get our clients out of jail.
Boy. So we got to talk about probably one of the wildest stories. 12 to the response most.
Gotta pass it up.
But
so did y'all hear about the middle school boys who were just arrested?
This stuff ain't accurate. But yeah.
For raping a 12-year-old girl in Miami? Middle school boys. And the nightly news won't touch this. 12-year-old Josiah Jones, 13-year-old Nelson Nunez, and 15-year-old Xavier Tyson are being tried as adults after police say that they grabbed the little girl while she was walking home from a friend's house, held her down, stuffed rocks in her mouth, and raped her for half an hour. And if that weren't bad enough, the 12-year-old boy's father now says that his son shouldn't be sent to prison because he's 12 and he's black.
This is a 12-year-old boy we're talking about. We're going to leave him in jail and put a life charge on a young man, a young black man.
Yeah, that's not an argument for why this kid shouldn't go to prison, but it.
So, yeah. So what do y'all think about a race card being played?
He was trying.
It's silly. But
you see what kind of people these kids come from?
That man, little boy, a monster.
So
I'm in alignment with Sconey because I was waiting because I wanted everybody to get their point of view in. I was putting myself in a position of if I had a daughter and this happened to my daughter, how would I react to that? I wouldn't care what the father had to. Well, I mean, I wouldn't care what the father had to say. I agree also with Sconey when he said, "Don't let me cross paths with the little boy." It's one thing for maybe a little bit of bullying to happen. But when you do this to my daughter, that equals can equal long-term psychological problems with her.
With the father.
So, what's that?
With the father, with the mother.
You know what I'm saying? And on top of whatever else that she has to deal with naturally just going through life, you add this to her. So not only don't let me cross paths with the little boy, don't let me cross paths with the father.
So that make me propose another question. Now
especially while you're talking like a young black man. Bro, you don't even hold your son accountable for this. What kind of life are you presenting to him, bro? What are you exposing to him?
Well, one thing we need to be careful
the
of,
culture, because in the culture, this is another pocket of when you and Nikki have y'all little tiffs about when she tells you that you telling black people that you have privileges and things of that nature. This is another pocket where some people in the culture feel that the reason this kid is doing things like this is because of systemic racism. This is just another part of a product of systemic racism. Because there are no programs and there are no this and there are no that's, and that's the reason these kids are doing what they're doing. When the truth of the matter is, they doing what they doing because they, like you said, Tim, they scouring the internet, finding things that they shouldn't be finding, and then they have no self-discipline because they probably have no discipline at all.
Yeah,
because as the father said, he's visiting Miami. Who was the overseer of this kid?
It's a really good question. Where was he?
He's in
So
another city.
Evidently.
Right.
But no, I wouldn't. I hear what you're saying, and I wouldn't blame white privilege on something like that. But
I know
it's
you
interesting,
wouldn't.
Nikki.
I know you
It is
wouldn't.
interesting though, Nikki. I wonder, was the girl white?
No, I think she was
No,
black as well.
she was from the neighborhood.
Yeah, well, I just it's so funny that he would bring up that he's black. That's somehow has something to do with it. It just does.
Cause the system is always wanting to railroad a black man is the mantra.
That's his logic.
Well, the only thing
Yeah.
I would caution is we're assuming that this is all what it appears to be. You know, we're talking about kids. We're talking about who knows. You know, time will tell. The trial will tell. Evidence will tell. I mean, there's been numerous cases where maybe, and I don't want to cast any aspersions on her because it's a tragedy if it's happened the way it's said it did. But who knows really what happened? So let the court play out before you walk by and chop somebody's head off.
Well, you're not the only one that feel like that. It's people, well, not people. I'm gonna say like Spaces was saying the auntie put out a video that was disgusting to me. And I could see where you could go there, but I can't get past the rocks in the mouth. You know what I mean? I just can't get past that.
You know, I hear you, but there's been cases, and especially with kids. I don't know, but we should let it play out before we make
What you
hard
gonna say?
comment.
Go
But
ahead.
we'll assume it's true for the purposes of this.
From the start, I don't say from the start, like soon after I heard this situation, I started getting skeptical. I started having questions because something wasn't quite adding up. And the auntie's video, I think you might play this. You gonna play that one?
Yeah, I can get it.
Yeah. The auntie's video confirmed my suspicion. I was like, there's something more to this story than it's just she was walking down the street. These guys just grabbed her and did what they did, which is heinous. It's awful. It's terrible. I will never ever deny that. There's more to the story. It's weird because they're in a park. I don't know what this park looks like.
Well, it was like a community garden, and she was walking home from her friend's house.
Yeah, I think they even said
and that's
it was
probably
closed.
why the daddy was calling her, because she was taking too long.
That's what I'm saying.
Because they didn't stop until the dad was calling her name.
I think there's more to it. It's like Tim said, there's going to be more details that we don't know. The story's still fresh. I think there was more to it, and the aunt's story, assuming that what she was saying is valid, confirm my suspicion. She don't, right?
What'd she say though? Are you looking for it, Nikki?
Yeah, I'm looking for it, but I don't know how to look for it without saying the boy's auntie.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah,
but there's been cases, and especially I think I heard she was 12, which is just makes me sick to think that would happen. But you know, I don't know. It's a tragedy no matter what.
And I just don't. In this case, if with the father talking the way that he was talking, I say wherever the son goes in prison, put the father right next to him. The person that talks like that validates bad behavior. A person that like that, I had issue even to this day, as grown as I am, I move in certain ways because I know that I don't want the people that are connected to me to be negatively affected by my behavior.
Where did that come from?
From parenting, from active parenting, from discipline as I was growing up. I have what's called a healthy fear of, let's just say, my parents. A healthy fear of the people that are around me in general. I don't want anybody around me to look at me in a negative light to where they'll say something like this. because you're guilty. The people are around you are affected by your decisions, regardless. If I were to go out and sell drugs right now and I get popped off, some people are going to be affected. Somebody's going to find out that, yeah, Spaces was out there selling drugs and he's in jail now, and all of the people around me are going to be like, what? But I don't do it because I don't want anybody around me to think that behavior is acceptable, male or female. These boys are 12, 13, 15 years old. This is premeditated.
Well, wait, time out on that one, Spaces. We don't know it's premeditated. And this is a father of a 12-year-old who is having a hard time wrapping around the fact that maybe his kid really did what he's, I think, what he said was stupid. And yet, if I'm a 12-year-old's dad, I'm not going right to my kid did that. I'm going to something's wrong here. This ain't right. He didn't really do that. Something's got to be wrong. And regardless, I think you got to put your place in the shoes of a father of a 12-year-old being accused of raping a girl. And my first reaction is, there's no freaking way my kid would have done that.
Well, and where do you go with when you talk to your kid and your kid lets you know, and they try to, they try to minimize what it is and change it into no, we didn't, it wasn't forcefully, it was willfully. So at that point, your kid is admitting to being there and things happening, but just minimizing the criminality of it.
But I get that. I mean, if the kid admitted it, but Scony, I guess what I'm saying is the natural reaction for a father would be to try and protect his 12-year-old son.
Oh yeah.
And what he said about being black, I still don't get that. I mean,
well, this is the thing. I'm not necessarily opposed to protecting his son. I am opposed to making excuses.
Yeah. And bottom line, regardless, what you do is, see, first and foremost, if you want to protect your kid, the first thing you do is get an attorney. And I guarantee you the first thing that attorney would have told that father is to keep his mouth closed.
Shut up.
That's the proof that you didn't get an attorney. Because one thing you don't want to do is you don't want to poison the jury pool that you're gonna have, which the prosecution is already starting by number one, charging them as adults, which gives them the ability to show their faces. So it's already the
and
trial
you start to
has
poison it
started.
by saying stupid shit like he said.
Right. And it's just not help. It's not gonna help you because again, the jury is going to judge everything presented to them, and that's gonna be something presented because you're showing lack of empathy for the victim, regardless of the part that your son played.
Yeah, well, I'm glad they show faces. I don't like when they don't show faces with certain crimes because I need to know who walking around me. That could be one of my kids' friends at school or anything like that. If and I'm just talking about like violent crimes, stuff like that.
You would know that by the names, and
Now I will say this
to kids' school.
To go to Tim's point, if I'm just playing devil's advocate, I don't know if anybody cares.
I care.
Well, you care. No, I'm saying I don't know if anybody cares, but if we talking about, we know how men get treated in prison when it comes to like assaults and stuff, kids. And then when you sending kids there, do you think that in that environment it'll be worse for them as far as that? Because I still don't think that I'm okay with a grown man retaliating and doing that to them.
Listen,
you get what I mean?
It's gonna
now
sound
I guess
harsh.
I'm coming from my woman, my empathy,
That's not exactly how prison works. It can work that way. Prison is no different than
y'all. Keep talking.
Prison no different than the outside world. It's groups. So you got it's gonna all that's gonna matter is where that kid falls and what group or those kids, because they can fall in the hands of the Muslims, and the Muslims are going to be focused on reforming them, and they can fall in the hands of gang culture, and the gang will protect them for so long, and then they got to really just, they're going to have to prove themselves or take care of themselves or not, so that don't necessarily have to happen if they go to prison.
I think that's true, but my bigger overall thing is he's 12. What if he's 11 and a half? What was he 11? 10 and a half, 10, 5. I mean, there is some age where you say this is not an adult. And I don't know what that is. To me, 12 is it. But maybe it's 7, maybe it's 3, maybe it's 8. I don't know. But there's some number of age where a child is a child, not an adult. And if a 5-year-old does something like that, do we still send that kid to? No. I mean, that's a stupid question, but I'm just trying to make the point that there is some continuum.
Here's what you're looking at, Tim. This is what you're looking at. What we're looking at is, because we white, black, rich, poor, we all live in the same ecosystem, to a degree. Everybody knows, for the most part, whether you can afford an attorney or not. That's the move. You get caught in a crime, accused of a crime, you contact an attorney. And then we have people that do that, and then we have people that don't. These guys did not, because if they did, the lawyers would have been fighting to, number one, protect their identities, because they are children, and they would have been fighting for them being children. But the fact that it's not happening, it just shows they don't have attorneys. Well, I think we saw one attorney,
I think right in that clip was the attorney, wasn't it, Nick?
Yeah. But again, attorney for one, but not an attorney for all.
Yeah. Well, this the auntie. And then after I play this, I'm going to get y'all thoughts on this real quick, and we're going to move to the next subject. But this is the aunt.
Spanish Honduran, he don't give a fuck. He savage. So he like, shit, you been talking about you wanted to do this to me. You finna, do me like this. So I guess he got aggressive with her. And she was like, oh, no, I'm not finna do that. I'm not finna sleep with all of y'all. I'm only sleeping with him. So I guess whatever happened. He's a little Spanish Honduran. He don't give a fuck. He savage. So he like, shit, you been talking about you want.
So yeah.
So her original response was like 5 minutes long.
Yeah.
And it basically confirmed my suspicion, because this whole, again, I want to specify that this whole situation is terrible. It's terrible. And I have a very, very, very almost non-existent leash on when it comes to situations like this. I think when people do stuff like this, their genitals should be burnt off. It's disgusting. This is disgusting behavior, irreprehensible, regardless. No. However, some things weren't connecting. Like when they were doing what they were doing, what led up to that, I would imagine that she was screaming.
Well, they put rocks in her mouth.
But that's not right off the bat.
No, right. But I'm saying, no, that's why they put the rocks in her mouth. She was walking home from her friend's house.
Somebody hears somebody screaming, people are coming to the rescue. This thing
in
happened.
The hood, are you serious? You know how many people out here scream outside my door?
Is this the hood? I genuine question. I don't know.
Well, it's not the hood, but it ain't the suburbs.
But people are definitely
going to help people screaming around here all the time.
Okay, I shouldn't say to the rescue, but people are definitely going to be looking out of their windows to see what's going on.
I don't know.
Well, can we back up just an inch spaces? Because you heard her say more, but was her point that young lady had given one of the guys permission and they all wanted to join in? Is that what? And whose aunt was she? And how do we know? I mean, is that what she was trying to say though?
Yeah,
I needed that to be translated.
Yeah, she was trying to say that. What'd you say, Tim?
You said you need a translator.
Oh, she was trying to say that the girl had been, I guess, telling the boy what she was gonna do to him and this and that and the other. And then the boy finally, when he saw her walking home, I guess, or whatever, was saying, "You said you're gonna do this, well then whatever, let's do this." And then she was saying, the girl said, "I'm not finna do it with all of y'all." So I don't still see like how she even know that. So
yeah, exactly. I don't know.
And why would I believe her?
That's why I think there's more to it than just what the solely what the tabloids and the news is reporting. Regardless, at the end of the day, what happened is a terrible thing, and the boys. I'm definitely with them being charged as adults for sure.
Well, me too. Well, we're gonna go ahead and move right along. If y'all in here, drop a comment, say hi, like, share this, join the conversation. We will read your comments and engage with you. But you gotta say something. Let us know who you are. So we're gonna go ahead and move along to something that kind of tickled my little fancy. And we are going to react to Miss Crockett.
Turnout appears to have paid off in Talarico's favor. As you mentioned, CBS News projects that he has defeated Congresswoman Crockett with more than 50% of the vote and avoids a runoff in May. The 36-year-old is a state lawmaker from here in the Austin area who put off his seminary studies in order to launch this campaign, believing he can combine support from Democrats, independents in this state, and Republicans upset with the president to successfully win. Now, over on the Republican side, failing to get 50% of the vote, Senator John Cornyn is now in a runoff with State Attorney General Ken Paxton. The senator saying last night he won't allow what he called a flawed, self-centered, and shameless candidate like Ken Paxton to risk decades of GOP success. Paxton has spent years facing multiple investigations, an impeachment attempt, and allegations of corruption. He says while national Republicans may be ready to spend tens of millions of dollars against him, quote, the people are on our side. Early polling shows Talarico could defeat Paxton in November. That's the nightmare scenario for Republicans. Remember, Democrats haven't won a statewide race in a Lone Star State since back in 1994. One other thing we're watching here in Texas, bad signs for members of the House of Representatives. Already one.
All right. So, have you all been following the Texas race with Jasmine Ratchet Crockett?
Been hearing information about it.
Is he froze?
Who's Coney?
No.
Oh. You say what? Say that one more time.
Tim's following it.
So you've been following that race. Did you think that she had a chance of winning?
I thought it was going to be close, but he had a lot more money than she did. I mean, I think he outspent her 5-1, and he had a national campaign he ran. A lot of that money, it all came from small donors, and I like him. I like her too, though. I think either one of them would beat Paxton because he's trouble. Cornyn might be different, but yeah, I mean, it was going to be.
So what'd you like about Jasmine Crockett?
That she speaks truth to power. That she's grown up defending the little guy. She's her whole life she's been
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, all right. Well, anyway, yeah.
I want to know.
She's been a defense attorney. She's been,
because I ain't never heard of like no bill or none she wrote or no legislation or none she did like that.
You just see the clips of her being a badass.
No,
a powerful black woman. That's not a good thing in this country.
Okay, well, let's put it like this. So let me ask you this then. Here's the actual question. Does national viral fame, because that's really what she was, translating the votes because you like that she speak truth to power, that she loud and she curse and she do all these stereotypical black girl things. Focusing on clapbacks make her look less serious to the average voter because we talking about if she trying to win Texas, like she trying to win over Texas, white people, Mexicans, everybody. So do you think that her tactics, her behavior, anything had anything to do with that? Now, I will say that one guy seemed a little bit scarier because he used the Bible real wicked, but that's another whole story.
It's his whole presence is he's a very religious person, and he uses it all the time. And
no, I said he
yeah,
used it wickedly.
he uses it righteously.
No,
Anyway,
he don't. But I'm not
what
gonna get
was
into that right now. We
well,
talking about Jasmine Crockett.
that's fine. Jasmine Crockett, no, she's still a congresswoman, and she's going to be a congresswoman.
No, she's not. She lost her district. She's done.
Didn't. No, she didn't. She's running for Senate. She's still a congresswoman. She's not lost anything. She lost the primary to be a senator. She's still Jasmine Crockett, congresswoman, and she's going to be. They've tried to redistrict her out, but she hadn't lost that.
Are you sure about that, Tim?
Positive.
She don't have her district. She had to pull out a running for her seat to run for this seat, and she's lost.
I don't believe that's true, Nikki. When I said positive, I could be wrong, but I don't.
Now I'm gonna tell you what do y'all think before I tell you why I think she lost. Because of course they're gonna try to blame it on misogyny, black woman, racism, all that. And she actually hella racist, which is part of the reason why she lost. You can't win over a whole state talking about how white people evil and you hate them. They don't even make sense. But I digress. Scony.
Like I'm not from Texas. So with that being said, I think Jasmine Crockett's agenda is a little different. Just like Kamala Harris, I don't think I don't think her party really believed she was going to become president. I believe they made her believe that she could, and she thought she could because they thought she could, or told her that they thought she could. But ultimately, she had to settle for becoming very wealthy after the fact. And I think that's what Jasmine Crockett is just doing. She's just getting she's getting herself out there, and she's making some money at the same time. I don't think she really thought she had a chance. But I mean, who would she be to come out and be like, no, I don't think I got a chance. So, I mean,
Nikki, I got to back up because I just looked it up and I was wrong. Her House seat, she can't have that again. I mean, she can run for it again, but she's giving it up this year. So she's Congresswoman until the election, and she gave it up. So that's my bad.
Yeah, as I said, yeah, she's pretty much done. And I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I like Jasmine Crockett as a person. I don't think she's a terrible human being or nothing like that. But again, just like Kamala Harris, I don't see policy. I don't hear policy. All I hear is, I'm gonna fight Trump. And ma'am, you're not running for president. So I don't understand that. I don't understand politicians that are not running for president that say shit like I'm willing to fight Trump, and it becomes a stick. Like it's a tactic that, I mean, it clearly it works because it's people that hate Trump, and so they jump behind.
Yeah, that's all. They don't care if
it's based on nothing.
Right. If they don't care if the trash getting picked up, the economics right, if they bringing business back, stopping crime, they don't care about none of that. They just I love her because she loud. Now, I will say this, Tim, and that's one of those soft bigotry things. One of the reasons I do not like Jasmine Crockett, because she fake for one. Jasmine Crockett is not ghetto like that. She cosplays that because she thinks that it gets people, black people, regular black chicks all riled up. It makes people think that we loud and ghetto. It's the typical stereotype, angry black woman, always snapping her neck, cursing, doing whatever. And she was not even raised like that. So that's not cool. Like, you gonna get up there, you are a lawyer, you have all. Now, she even said that she went and got hired because she told them to hire me because I'm black. So
you know she's from here in St. Louis, right?
Tried. Huh?
You know she's from here in St. Louis, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. She's middle class. She wasn't ghetto, but she wasn't. I don't know.
They
I mean, I've never heard her.
They went and she went to private school. She went to elite school. So at the end of the day, she's not
at all.
She's not what she portrayed to be. Spaces.
As far as Jasmine Crockett, I've never really took her seriously. It was I have to admit that I gave her some credit on my show when she went at Marjorie Taylor Greene in response to what Marjorie Taylor Greene said to her when she did the bleach blonde, bad built, butch body or whatever.
Yeah, but where did they give either one of them? They both out of there.
Wait, so
nobody
I'm saying like it's not a. I'm just saying like it's. I applauded her for responding and not initiating, is what I'm saying in that case. So outside of her being a loudmouth, she doesn't have much value. And I think the reflection of that is in the election results. Now, the person that she was running against, that's a whole different story. It's what I think was Tim that was saying. That guy is. Now, I just don't think Jasmine Crockett has any power. I think she's just a loudmouth. I think she is. I think either way, her district would have suffered, regardless of if she's with if the guy that that won against her, whatever the case. Because I'm still learning about what the election was specifically for, or maybe you guys can tell me now. But from what I heard, she was projected.
Yeah.
She was projected to, like, people were talking about her potentially being president, running for president.
What? But that's not happening, right?
Like what at any point, my number one question to anybody that is a Jasmine Crockett advocate is, what are her policies?
They didn't use her. They used her.
I will fight
people.
Trump.
Yeah, they used her to get people riled up to make TikTok. She just want to be famous. I'm telling you, she's gonna end up on TV somewhere on the View, so she can be loud or whatever.
That's what it was. She's not gonna have any. So your question is Jasmine political career over? If you're talking about like running for certain offices, at the very least, I think it's on pause. I don't know if I want to say it's over. But I think now that there's been a few times I've seen videos of her which it looked like she was buckling under pressure, and specifically the time when she cursed like, I need people to wake the F up or whatever she said. That particular time, I'm like, okay, she's tired. She's run out of stuff to say. But in general, Democrats don't have any leverage.
Well, that's the problem. I mean, but when you say what are her policies, it's universal health care. It's health care for all. It's trying to take the tax cuts away from the billionaires, give it to the poor.
No, we're not saying. We're not saying. Hold on, her ideas. We saying actually done in her district. Her district, like all these people in Congress have districts they supposed to take care of. We know what her ideas are, her ideologies. We understand that. Wow. But what has she actively done, put into place? Like, they're not doing anything for their people where they supposed to be represented.
Like, she sounds just like Zoran Mamdani. She's saying all the stuff that every single Democrat said. No, I don't say every single. Every Democrat that I've heard, universal health care, give stuff for free, tax the rich, all of that dumb stuff. But what are the practices of it? What are the steps of it? It's easy for you throw the idea of living a cheaper life in front of people. Of course, they're going to jump for it. How do you plan on implementing that? And 99% of the time, like y'all are saying, she's talking about anti-Trump. That's it.
Well, it's because Trump stands for everything we are against. So it's hard not to be anti-Trump, particularly because the whole Republican Congress is up his ass.
It's not hard to be I mean, listen,
How
Tim, this is what I see.
Yeah.
You know, when you're in high school or even elementary school and you run for class president, right? These are kids, so they're gonna say crazy stuff like, we're gonna, have half a days instead of full days, and we want little Caesar's pizza instead of cafeteria pizza. Vote for me, and I'll make homework. We're gonna do away with homework. And right, and so the class votes on this kid, and he wins, and this kid now gets to sit in, at the table with the principal and the staff of the school, right? And basically, the principal's gonna say, all that stuff you told them, none of it's gonna happen, right? And you can go back in class and tell your constituents that none of this is gonna happen. And honestly, bro, Tim, this is what Maldani did. Brandon Johnson. They tell people this is what I'm gonna do, and they get them riled up, and they're like, yeah, yeah, yeah. And then the governor just told Maldani, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. And he raising property taxes, but everything he ran on is not happening.
He's just been elected. Give him some time.
We will, and I will give him some time.
I'll give him time. Y'all ain't giving Trump time.
Well, no.
What?
That's fine. We ain't doing that.
He's only got
what
a
I
month.
want to say
Trump's
is
got a
I
year.
welcome the moment, Tim, when you get on here and say, hey, Sconey, hey, did you see Maldani got it done? Because I know it ain't going to happen. It ain't going to happen. It's not even in the cards. And the thing about it is, like I said, I just gave you an example about children. Children don't understand that they ain't getting that pizza party. But they want it so bad, they willing to vote for somebody that wants that same nonsense that they want. But we're not children. We're adults. So voting for pizza parties is kind of stupid.
Well,
you better patent that Stoney, because I'm still.
I wish I had a graph I could put up. Just
give me credit, man. Just give me credit.
I had a graph I could put up.
Democrats are pushing pizza parties, man. They pushing pizza parties. They have days of school.
We go back to Reagan, and you
race
to Reagan.
Reagan, okay.
Go back as far as you want, but you look at Democrats and Republicans in their administration and how the economy did, how people did. It's clear as a bell. It goes up Democrats, down Republicans. It's just clear as. So don't tell me that. It's just not true. I mean, you can say it, but it's just not true. Under Obama, things got better.
We went through a whole recession with Obama. What are you talking about?
Are you crazy, Nikki? Things got better under Obama.
Okay, no, things got better under Trump in his first term. And Trump ain't. Y'all want these short fixes, and I'm not positive on this. And if those numbers true, they like throwing money at people.
No, but here's the. I'm sorry.
The disconnect between you and Nikki is. You're both. It's like two things can be true at the same time. You're both right, but what this is what you're missing, Tim. You're right. When Obama's in office, that's when the previous administration stuff kind of kicks in. Just it's the beginning, the rise of the tide, and then the tide comes in.
All right, but listen to this, please, because you guys, or I don't know about you guys. I shouldn't paint it like that.
You're good.
But
what do you mean, you guys?
Well, the three of y'all, not me.
All
Trump
three of y'all
lies continually about he inherited a disaster. He came in and the country was a disaster. Well, guess what? It's not true. Jobs are way down under Trump. The inflation hasn't been cured. It was down to
jobs are up under Trump. Did you just see the report that came out?
See, you listen to Trump.
No, I listen to your network, CNN, and you should probably listen. I don't just listen to other people. Right. You listen to one set of people. I'm literally listening to these financial people. So you didn't see the jobs report.
Oh, so you think the economy's doing good?
I think that we on the right track.
Jobs are down.
He, like you said, give him some time. He just got there. And he working for the long run. He's not trying to give y'all and throw no money out. That's why we in a deficit now. That's why we've been in deficits. Dollar almost ain't worth nothing. Like, y'all don't appreciate nothing. Y'all just want to scream, fight, and shout. But I do want to talk about Jasmine quick. Because I want to show this a couple videos on why I think, while I know she probably lost and wasn't nobody fooling with her. So this one of the things, and you probably think this okay to get hired, you know, because you Black or whatever, but I'm gonna just play. I ain't downloaded. Hold on.
Like I was crazy. Say because you've been gracious. Is this: when I first became a public defender, I had no criminal defense experience. And I walked in and I told my boss, Charlie, I said, listen, you should hire me. He said, why? I said, because I'm Black. Charlie looked at me like I was crazy. Say because you've been gracious. Is this: when I first became a public defender,
we hired each other because we Black.
Experience.
She racist.
Give it back to the daggone Native Americans, and then we can't go back nowhere else. And let's see how y'all like it.
Start over.
Because the colonizers, y'all the colonizers, but that's a whole other story. So I'm just saying, give it back.
It's another reason. So here's the fakeness.
You're not. Listen, you're not.
You know what I think is really interesting is how Jasmine Crockett is now saying that the left is playing tricks on her, like darkening her skin and...
You're not. Listen, most Black people are not Republicans simply because we just is like, y'all racist. I can't hang out with the KKK in them.
Using racist tactics against her.
Because these people, they are crazy because they always talk about how Christian they is. Yeah, I don't know how many of them on that side are getting divorced because they getting caught up sleeping with their co-workers, staffers, interns.
Using racist tactics against her.
You're not. We done picking cotton. We are. You can't pay us enough to find a plantation. You're not. And I'm gonna be the first one. You and your little friend off of Twitter. Y'all about to find out, all right?
Now that she's running for senator. Daddy always said Democrats cannibalize themselves.
I want the American people to know that when you stand up to a bully, you win.
This young girl's going to find out the hard way, isn't she?
So you see all of that. I guess you vote for that. But this is the real Jasmine.
See you in the new year. Absolutely. First of all, it's good to see you in the new year. You know, no one could have told me that when I went down to Austin, now it looks like a little bit over a year ago, that I would be running for Congress. It's just not what my plan was. But what I've always decided is that I would step up when there was a need. Listen, he up there, he's hearing all kinds of nonsense and bullshit. Let me just be real. And we weren't gonna sit for that shit. We wouldn't, you know. But when she called me and said, I think it's time for me to retire, and you're the one that I believe should take my seat, I really was kind of caught off guard. I didn't anticipate that. If anyone knows anything about the Congresswoman, they know. We showed her, and if he had some sense, then maybe we would have been about that life. But y'all know he ain't got no sense. So please give some love. This took a little bit of coordinating to do for sure. We got some cool shit.
So yeah, that's just a little bit of her antics. And I know, Tim, you wouldn't get it. But regular Black folk, we don't like that. That's not good representation of us. That's a stereotype and a cosplay and something that she was used to do to rile Black people up. But you the type of person that'll look at that and be like, yeah, she hate Trump and she's screaming and cussing and yelling. I'll vote for her. No policy, no nothing. Never even heard her talk about it, what she's going to do. So, I mean...
Well,
I get it. That's what y'all like to do. Like, and then they just be loud and wrong. Like, I'm not going with the KKK when y'all literally rocking with the party of the KKK. Y'all are the KKK. Like, the Democratic Party started the KKK. It ain't never changed. So don't come to me with all that stuff because they just flipped the script. Now, it might be cool for you, but the Democrats ain't never been cool for Black people. And that's just what it is. Now, y'all can rock with that. Y'all can be white liberals, do all that. But my point is, The Democratic Party ain't never done nothing for black people, ain't never been good for black people. They the one enslaved black people, and they still enslaving them now. They just picked a different way to do it. And that's what all your entitlement programs that you root for, because you practice soft bigotry and you don't know it, because they convinced you that you helping and that you on a righteous path. I digress.
Yeah, you do. So you play a lot of quick clips and think that means
I
something.
play
You
about
play a lot of quick clips.
what I know. You can't tell me about black people, Tim. I be trying to say this.
People.
Yes, you do. I'm literally trying to tell you. Every time I try to tell you, we don't like this. This ain't cool. This messed up. Well, you're just wrong. That's that's that entitlement right there. You're using your privilege that you claim to try not to use.
When you're done talking, give me a chance.
I ain't gonna be done.
I guess she done. She turned the camera off. Go ahead, Tim.
I guess I'll talk to spaces real quick, and Tim, you can just over here. So it's interesting that black Republicans are called coons and Uncle Toms and all that, right? It's interesting that I see Democratic politicians as the real house niggas, because it's like the Democratic Party was the first party to start allowing black people to become politicians. And around the time that Jesse Jackson ran for president, I believe the second time, is about the time that David Duke and all the rest of them ran to the Republican Party, because it's getting a little dark over here, right? And that gave the Democratic Party a little steam to say, hey, see, the Republican Party is the racist party because we let you in. But here's the truth. Name the politician, the Democratic politician, white or black, that has done something so great for black people, other than what they claim, which is we stand for the common man. We represent the common man. We represent black people. We represent diversity and all of this shit. But the reality is the only people that Democrat politicians make rich are themselves. Obama is richer than he was prior to being president. Kamala, richer. Everybody gets richer, but what did they do? Who did they help? Tim, I know you can answer that.
That's just crazy. I mean, Obama might be richer than he was, but not by billions and billions and billions like Trump is by playing the White House.
See, and that's the semantic game, and that's the semantic game that they play. Billionaires.
Well, yeah. Well, you don't understand money then, Scony. But here's the thing about Obama. He was there for the Obamacare made sense, but the Republicans wouldn't have it. They don't like it. They don't like poor people to have health care. And
it's interesting. They don't like it, but they voted it in.
Are racist because we want to keep you down. We want to give you health care. I mean, I'm so sick of that. It's just bullshit.
Why you won't address the real question that he asked you, though? Why you won't address what he actually told you about who the Democratic Party actually is? He asked you, what have Democrats actually done for black people in history?
Or the common man. The common man.
No, because I'm not here to change his mind on being a Democrat, because like Malcolm X said, we've always should have been warned about the liberal. I'm talking about, I'm asking him a specific question. What has they ever done?
The voting rights.
Only one party.
They didn't do the voting rights. They voted against it overwhelmingly. The Republicans put our voting rights in.
That's not true, Nikki.
That is true.
You can talk.
Okay. So now,
how about Obamacare?
Obamacare, everything went up. We couldn't afford that.
All right. How
we
about
poor people could not afford Obamacare.
The
And
truth
then
of the matter, the truth of the matter
if you
is,
couldn't get insurance, guess
Tim,
what?
the truth of the
We
matter
got
is,
penalized on our taxes because we was mandated to have it.
yeah, nobody wants to pay for fucking insurance. Nobody does.
so it ought
That's
to be
why most
universal.
people drive cars with no fucking insurance.
That's why the government ought to give insurance like it does in all the other countries that are wealthy other than us. Tax people across the board and let them get insurance. Insurance is be something that only rich people have.
You know why insurance is free in other countries?
Because they
Because
took
the
the insurance
fucking
companies out of it.
doctors aren't trying to drive Bentleys.
Well, if it was up to Democrats, it would be universal health care here. I
Most
work for.
doctors are Democrats.
You didn't hear what I said, evidently. If
Bro,
it was
I'm
up
sorry,
to the
bro.
Democrats, we would have universal health care here. I don't care if doctors are Democrats or not. We would have it in a heartbeat if Republicans did the
Socialism
same
not
way.
good, Tim. Somebody got to pay for that.
Tell Trump
And
that.
then the health
As
care, if
he
you
keeps
go to
on
all
buying
them
companies.
countries, those people complain about those.
Doesn't work in America.
They complain about their health care system and not being able to get into a doctor for months and months and months at a time.
So, Nikki,
Like
I work with the
socialism, y'all
Canadian
want
company.
everybody, y'all don't want people to have nothing. And I don't understand that.
I
Y'all
work
want
with the
everybody to be
Canadian-
like,
I've worked with a Canadian company for 30 years. I know a lot of them very well. I talk with them every day. They think that we are absolutely crazy for having the healthcare system we do. They love their healthcare
no,
system.
we crazy for having the healthcare system that we actually have. Yes,
We are.
but
We should have
it
the one
needs
they
to
have
be
in Canada.
changed. But we don't need to be free for everybody. That's
They have
why
what they have in
Trump
Canada.
is proposing to give us the money in our pockets, in our account, and we can pay for our own health care and pay for our own pharmaceuticals. But you won't say nothing about that. I guess you think that's bad too.
It's a rich person.
Let us
bill.
make our own decisions.
It's a rich person bill.
What?
It only helps the rich. But you don't care about that.
How does it help the rich when the doctors and stuff don't want them to do that because
How
then
much
they
money
lose,
is he giving
they
you?
lose the money?
How much money is Trump going to give? Enough
I
to
said
help a
he's
rich person.
proposing the bill, and it take your people gonna try to vote against it and try to find a way to say it's bad.
Anyway, you can spout Trumpisms all day long. I know you're
It
getting
ain't
it
about
way
that.
up his ass, and that's fine.
But
I
we
just don't
ain't
like what he
talking
does.
about that. But what I'm finna do for you, because you just swear up and down that I'm wrong, because you like we gave you voting rights, ain't gave us shit. The Republicans, they voted 82% for our voting rights
What year?
when the Voting Rights Act was passed in
When
65.
Lyndon B. Johnson was president?
Lyndon B. Johnson did it, but the Democrats overwhelmingly voted no against it.
Oh, was he a Democrat?
Like, what are we
president?
talking about here? We still talking about the Senate. And then at
I'll
that
have to
time,
look
you
that
had
up, Nick.
way more Democrats than you had Republicans, and they still was less than the vote. They was less than the Republican vote. You had
There's only
61.
There's only
You had
one
61.
party.
What'd you say?
There's only one party. We ain't sitting back here arguing this Democrat Republican nonsense. It's only one party. The truth
I'm
of
just saying, Tim, talking about we gave you voting rights. No, you can't just be saying anything because I know my history. That's how I got on this. That's how I found out that I was on the Democratic plantation still. Because I also know who the Democrats are and who they always been. I also know that the first slave owner was black.
there are no politicians on anyone's side. They make themselves richer. They spew semantics when they talk about the billionaires, because see, they don't qualify as being a billionaire, but they're 100 millionaires.
Well, yeah, they used to say millionaires until they became
Exactly.
millionaires.
But
So
now
now
that
they say
Obama
billionaires.
has hundreds of millions and Kamala has hundreds of millions, they can't talk about people that have hundreds of millions. They gotta say the billionaires. The billionaires. Even
just
what's his name
hypocrites,
that
man.
says that shit? What's his name? Bernie Sanders.
Bernie
The
Sanders.
fuck he
Oligarchy. Like, what is you talking about? Don't nobody care what that word is. Why do you keep saying that? Like, they
The
don't know how to
oligarchs.
talk to regular people.
the oligarchs.
Billionaires.
It's the oligarchs and the billionaires.
And what about the climbing? Meanwhile, you getting on a jet. Get the hell out.
Right. You rich as fuck. That's what I'm saying. You listening to rich as fuck people tell you that you're poor and the people with more money than them need to take care of you. But here's, you know what we need to do? We need to pull up Obama's taxes and Bernie Sanders' taxes. The same way when I pulled up what was it? The vice president of Bush. What was his name?
Was it Gore?
No, the dude that shot his hunting buddy.
Yeah.
He's dead now, but he had a fucking $50,000 tax return.
You said Bush's vice president?
Yeah.
Yeah, his daughter's the one who is so anti Trump now.
It's Dick Cheney.
Dick Cheney, yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Like, these guys are millionaires. That's why it's like a joke when to sit in here, Michelle Obama talking about these rich, he's gonna help all his rich friends. He's gonna lower taxes for the rich. That's you. That's you. And it's funny that the people that's always talking about we need to raise taxes on the rich, they always lose that battle that they benefit from. Make it make fucking sense.
So here's the thing. We're talking about the ultra rich. You know, maybe you don't understand how.
There we go with
Hey,
this
no,
ultra
time out,
shit.
Scony. You don't quite maybe understand how wealth has evolved into the top few percent.
I do.
The top few
You-
percent.
I agree
We're
with
talking
what
about the
you're not
ultra
telling.
rich.
You're not telling lies, Tim. You're
Yeah,
telling
I mean,
the
if
truth.
they paid,
What
if
I'm
they
saying
paid
is
their
there's
share,
two
we'd be
things
fine.
can be true at the same time. Which you're talking about the ultra rich.
Which
Okay.
is a huge deal. Trump has moved so much money over to his class. It's just what he does. It's how he manages, and it's hurting the rest of us. And
And
you
the
know, but
people
yet,
that fight against him moved a lot of money in their class. They went from tens of millions to hundreds of million. They're trailing the ultra. They're not. What my point is, they're not down here with us, Tim. Telling us that they're fighting for us, yet they ain't living like us. Make it make sense.
Just like the fake pastors.
Right. Your pastor got a fucking Bentley living like the ultra, not the ultra, again, the ultra rich. The ultra is like, that's Jesus Christ. Yeah, they got more money than they can count. I get it. The point I'm making is, if you got 100 million, 200 million, 250, you a half a billionaire. You in the class. You in the class.
But here's the problem, Scony. These
So it's like
ultras
you're
are
talking
taking
about yourself, but you make sure you remove yourself from the conversation. Because none of these people say they need to pay their fair share because I pay my fair share.
Sure they do.
I pay my fair share.
Sure they
I've
do.
never heard that fat fuck say I pay my fair share.
So what you're glossing over in my mind is the fact that under Republicans, those folks, and now we're only talking about a dozen people maybe, own more wealth than most of the country. Then like 60% of the country is in the hands of 4 or 5 people. That's what's happened. And it's happened because of extremely liberal tax laws for the ultra rich and more oppressive tax laws on the rest of us. The rich, the medium, the moderate. There's
Tim,
a handful of people that are
I implore you to look
running
up this thing called Price's Law. Have you ever heard of Price's Law?
No.
I know. And Price's Law says that 50% of that 1% you speak of, like 50% of the wealth, the socialism, right? The taxes and all this shit we talking about comes from 50% of the wealthy, the 1% takes care of half of the money. And so when we sit back and say, you should pay more, that's their response. Like, motherfucker, we taking half the check.
Zoran Mamdani.
It's just changed though. I don't know when that book was written, but if it wasn't written in the last 8 months, it's wrong. It's all flipped on its head in the last 2 years.
It's
And
not a
Nikki, you can
book.
make
So
fun of me all you
everything is
want.
just
It's a
happening.
principle.
Everything wrong with this country. All these
principle.
issues we have just happened 8 months ago. This shit
Did
ain't
you-
been going on for years.
Nikki, did I
Right.
say that? Did I say
You
that?
just said if the book
No,
wasn't, you
all-
insinuated, you said if the book wasn't wrote in the last 8 months, then it ain't even valid because shit
When we're-
just changed now.
When we're
Like
talking,
what?
are you done? When
Yeah,
we're
we
talking
finna move
about
to
the
the next
distribution of wealth in the United States of America, if it wasn't written recently, it's wrong because it's all shifted very recently.
I got you. But I'll say
That
this.
doesn't
If the
mean what you said, I
Democratic
said,
Party
Nikki.
wanted Trump not to be president first term and third term, the two that he won, why did they send who they sent?
Because they believe his
against him?
lies.
Huh?
Oh, I'm sorry. I missed that, Scony.
No, I said why did they send? Why did they send? If we hated Mike Tyson so much, we want to finally see him get knocked on his ass.
I hear you. I hear you. It was a big mistake. And so we
I
sent.
say it's a purposeful mistake, and mistakes aren't purposeful.
All right. Well, in my mind, the Democrats dropped the ball in a big way. And
We know they dropped the ball, but I think they dropped the ball as in they meant they want. It's only one party, Tim, according to me. I'm wrong. It's two
I'm
left
hearing you.
shoes. It's
I
only one
disagree
party.
with that, but I'm hearing you. Yeah.
Huh?
I disagree, but I am hearing you.
I
Because it
understand
is
why
the
you
rich.
disagree. This is just a bullshit Scony theory.
Yeah, I
anyway.
got it. I got it.
But I'm just saying it's only one party, and I say that to say that they want us to fight back and forth while they party as one.
Okay, I get it.
Because while you hate Trump's guts and wouldn't sit next to him, Obama did.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did. He said at the
Do you be paying attention to stuff, or what do you be
Yeah.
watching?
What are you
talking about? They
you
was
talking
laughing
about?
and
He
kicking
did
it.
it. What are you talking
Obama
about? He
and
did it,
Trump
Tony.
was laughing and talking, sitting next
Yeah.
to each other
That was at
what's
Carter's
his face
funeral, I think.
Oh, I'm sorry. You can't be friendly with somebody. You
If
see how
not,
Bush?
not if you
No,
hate him.
I guess
Not
you
if
asked
he,
a
not
Not
if he a
according to
Nazi,
me, you can't. Not
What you're
according to
saying,
me,
Nick,
but
but
you
according
can't
to
be
you
around somebody.
and your people that think like you, yes.
That's crazy. That
Yeah.
I'm glad
Why
you
would he
said
sit
that.
there
I
and be
agree.
joking and laughing with him if
I
he
agree
all
with
of
you,
these
Tim.
things that we was supposed to is like the Antichrist? Like, why would he do that?
he should have brought a knife and slit his throat. Is that what you're saying?
But that's not what he gonna do. You want to know why? Because at the end
Because
of the
he's a
day, he know
politician.
Trump was right about everything. And with that being said,
Yeah, there you go.
Spaces, do you have anything to say, sweetie?
No, I just think the more I'm learning about this stuff in recent conversations, I have been gearing more towards the idea that Republicans or Democrats are, as the phrase goes, two wings of the same bird. However, I also asked the question, okay, if that's the case, what would the United States look like if for 20 years straight Democrats were in office? What would the United States look like if for 20 years straight Republicans were in office?
The same.
I don't know the answer to that.
It's the same.
I only say that because the Democrats have gotten way, way, way more radical. With their Marxist communist ideology.
The Republicans of 2026
and they hate America
of the Republicans of right now are the Democrats of the 90s. Like what they're talking about now is what Democrats were talking about in the 90s.
Exactly.
So while I understand what people say when they say they're two wings of the same bird or two sides of the same coin, it's tough for me to 100% adhere to that when I see that the issues that they push and that they work towards are just so incredibly far apart, so incredibly opposing each other. It's tough for me to believe that. And I will also say the absolute majority of people, and I say this about Black people specifically, but in people in general, most people are conservative with their everyday lives, but somehow are liberal with their vote. I don't understand it. I don't understand how you live your everyday life. It's a conservative lifestyle. If you listen to conservatives talk, you ask people, are you okay with what the Democrats are saying? And specifically in terms of what Jasmine Crockett was talking about, what I forget the guy she's running against was talking about. Tim Walz. Are you okay with tampons being in boys' bathrooms? Are you okay with men playing the women's sports? Are you okay with all? No, you're not. That is the fight against that is on the side of Trump, on the side of Republicans, on the side of conservatives. So what are we even talking about at that point? You are against the amount of illegals that have made it into this country under the presidency of Biden and Kamala Harris.
Yeah,
you
but
are
it's how
against
you
the
do
amount
stuff.
of
It's how you
people
do
that
stuff,
are
Spaces.
benefiting from your tax dollars, but yet you're voting for the people that want to increase the amount of money that's going towards tax dollars. I don't get it. It's stupid.
And they
So
and Democrats raising taxes everywhere you turn in these cities. And he talking about they trying to help the people and they raising taxes all the way around. Like, what?
I talk about this song on almost all platforms that I'm on. There's a song called Brackets by J. Cole. Listen to the song. He's talking about the whole song is about taxes. And he has a little skit in there where he got paid $1 million. He got a call from Uncle Sam, and Uncle Sam told him I need you to pay me half. So that corroborates what Sconey was saying. The absolute majority of people that are making the most money are paying the most in taxes. So you're saying
the only thing is they understand the tax code. And they know that all you have to do is I give this example real quick. Okay, Spaces. We both start a new company, right? And in a year's time, we both make $2 million, right? Now, how we structured our business matters. You structured your business as a sole proprietor, and I structured mine as a LLC or C Corp, S Corp, right? Okay. The difference is the only thing that makes something a corporation is a stack of papers, not a building, not an office, or nothing. The only thing that makes a business a corporation is a stack of papers. That stack of papers gives me the ability to spend before taxation. You, as a sole corp, are like a guy with a job, even though you have a business. If you made $2 million, you get taxed on $2 million. A LLC or a corporation makes $2 million, and they have the ability to spend money, spend that $2 million. Let's just say spend 1.5 and get taxed on the remaining 0.5.
Yeah.
That's the difference. And unfortunately, Black and white Americans that start businesses typically do the sole proprietor thing and they get taxed to death. While, like Tim's alluding to, the ultra rich, they don't even take any income. Everything stays in the business. They live off the business. They pay nothing in taxes and they spend as much. That's why they're so charitable, because it's not charity. They're just, okay, here's the thing. My CPA tells me you can either give $2 million away or you can give it to Uncle Sam. Now, what do I get if I give $2 million to Uncle Sam? Nothing. Not even a fucking thank you. But if I give $2 million to a few different charities or give it to my employees as bonuses, I got people that fucking love me. And they think that I'm the greatest guy in the world. Whole time I'm just dodging taxes.
To that regard, I don't care. Like if I'm the recipient of that money, and I'm not arguing against you by any means.
No.
I'm saying, like
I'm
if
just talking
I'm the
facts.
recipient of this person's avoiding taxes,
You love
what
it.
do I care?
Right. But and that's the argument. Politicians would say, no, don't dodge taxes and give it to who you want to give it to. Give it to us so that we can put it where we want it to go. And typically, that's giving yourself a fucking raise more than it is giving it to the people.
But Sconey, you're right. I agree. But it's a much different and bigger argument when it comes to the corporations, because they can make, I'm going to say the billion word, but $5 billion and then pretend like they spent $6 billion and not pay any taxes. And as a matter of fact, get tax breaks. it's all because of loopholes. You can
Yes.
write different shit off. The more money you have, the more shit you can write off, and it's just bullshit. But Nikki, I got to call you out, girl. You said I hate America, and I'm not going to live with that. If that's how you feel, I don't want to be part of it. You can
What?
apologize or not, but you said I hate America. I don't hate America. We just got different views, girl.
I said most
Democrats
liberals,
hate America.
or I said far left, the liberals hate America. They
Well, play
burn
the
the
tape,
flag.
girlfriend.
Say you,
Play the
I
tape,
didn't. Okay,
girlfriend.
well,
You
I'm gonna
said
say a
Democrats
lot
hate
of them.
America.
I'm gonna say a lot of them.
Okay, well, how about this? You
You a real
apologize for saying
patriot.
Democrats hate America, because I don't hate America.
Oh, I'm not
And I'm a
apologizing for
Democrat.
saying Democrats. I'll apologize to you if you don't hate America, because I know
Well, I'm
you.
a Democrat, so when you paint us with that brush,
You're
and you
not
say
a
Democrats
Democrat.
hate
You are
America,
a Tammy,
well, you pissed me off, girlfriend.
and you ain't pissed me off. Always trying to tell black people what to do.
Well, do what I say. That ain't right. Democrats don't hate America. We can have different views.
Oh my
You
God,
talk
they
like
say it all the time.
your head
They
is
just
so
had a
far
whole
up Trump's
campaign
ass
with
that you
kids
don't
saying death
can't
to
get it out of them.
America when they was supporting Hamas. I seen them burning the flags. They didn't even stand up when they said, "Do you think that you should support Americans over illegal immigrants?" And
Nikki,
they all sat
Nikki,
there.
can I get serious?
Tim,
Can I get
this
serious
is
on this
why
real quick, though, Sconey?
some white
Can I get
people
quick,
get.
real quick, though?
Go ahead.
That's why we're at odds in this country, is because the right thinks the left hates America, and the left thinks the right hates America, and it's just
Oh, we
different.
love America.
Well, I
America
get it.
first.
And
All right,
see, with that being said, both sides get the same results in a different way. That's why there's only one party.
Coming back to Sconey's point.
But
Yeah, it's only
you look
one
at the
party.
results, though. You look at the
Huh?
practices.
Well, I mean, they both sides are hypocrites.
That's for sure.
Both sides are full of shit. And it's just that I talk to people that they're always like, how can you defend Trump? And I keep telling people, I'm not fucking defending Trump. I'm giving you perspective. Because here's the thing. Imagine this, Tim. I know you love your wife. And imagine that your wife gets you to hate Nikki because your wife realizes Nikki can possibly expose the fact that she doesn't really love you, right? But you
Uh-oh.
can't see it because
That's pretty convoluted, Sconey.
I know, but you get what I'm saying. Like, it's one of those things because you know your wife loves you. We ain't got to get in the weeds with the nonsense of it, but I'm using her as an example because you know how a man can be blinded by love, and just like when you know the situations when a family's like, hey man, your new girlfriend, she ain't it. And you know, you just talking about my girl. You don't know her. You don't know her. And it's just like, God damn. He'll never get to see it because all he sees is our hate for her, but he's not recognizing our love for him. And that's the thing with a lot of liberals, that you hate Trump so much that you're blinded by the people that you're standing next to that hate Trump with you ain't doing shit for you either.
That's not true necessarily, but I hear you.
I get your
point.
I get your point. I get your point. But in many
I get your point.
aspects, they just want Trump spot so they can do the shit that he does their way. They won't do what he does, but they'll do this one thing again, one party, one mode. And the mode is do what benefits me.
Got it. So
Not the people. Fuck the people.
I hear you.
Me. I'm gonna get rich. And I'm gonna stand for the people, but people ain't gonna get shit. And I'm gonna blame it on the other guy.
And that's
Everybody
why
blames it on the
I
other
believe
guy.
that they hate Trump so much because he wasn't a politician. All them, like you said, two sides of the same coin, and they knew that he was going to come out, and he'd always said, "Drain the swamp." Trump been talking about the same thing. When I see clips of him since the early 90s, before everybody thought he was racist, like he been on this, they been not wanting him in there because they knew that the money was going to stop and he was going to start exposing stuff. But I'm
Nikki,
gonna get off of this.
all right.
I'm gonna get off of this because I got one more little subject I want to hit right quick.
Nikki, can I say something real quick? And we'll go to that. Next week, would you play my clip? We talked about it before, but I'll put James Talarico in. He's the guy who beat Jasmine Crockett. And then we can talk about him and how much you hate him.
I don't really know him. I just know
I
what
know,
I've
but
seen
I think
him.
you'll have a hard
No, but I
time
know
with
what
how
I've
he is.
seen him say with about the Bible and how he tried to twist it. So I already know him.
I would look forward to that conversation.
But yeah, you send it to me so I could
so you
queue
can
it
get
up.
your-
Send it to me in a private thing, and then I'll queue it
I'll
up.
do my homework.
Good.
Yeah, I hear a demon. But okay, hold on for once. I'm just messing with you. Yeah, so but so I did want to talk about this because I've seen a few videos like this of guys making these videos about women, but it's not what we normally cover. So here we go.
Every man has that one woman he can't stop thinking about. Every man has that one woman who's always on his mind 24/7. Real shit. I don't care what he say. He could try to deny it all he want, but it's the truth and he know it. There's always that one who got away. He could be a player, he could be a pimp. I don't care. But there's that one woman that he probably messed it up with that he wish he could have back. Real shit. You see, it's too late though. She already moved on, so now he forever thinking about that shit. He probably stalking her profile right now. It's too late. She got another man. You see, majority of the time, these players, these guys who run through women got their heart broken. Real shit. They got their heart broken and they never recovered. So ever since that moment, it was like F all this relationship shit. I'm doing me. Real shit. They hurt.
So saying that you heard that. Is that true? Do all men have that one woman they ain't gonna never stop thinking about, no matter what?
Nikki, I gotta jump in. I know a lot of shit about a lot of shit, but I don't know nothing about that.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
I mean,
I don't know her name, but she probably in the other room.
That's the politically correct answer. We got you, Tim.
Yeah, I mean,
Tim, blink if you in trouble.
No, I ain't in trouble. I was kind of joking because that young man. I don't know. Go ahead, guys.
Now I've seen multiple. That reason I put it up because I've seen a lot of videos of those saying men just confessing, and I thought it was interesting as a woman that I could be with a man that's literally thinking of another woman and have been and never will stop, and he just always think of her. That is wild to me.
that guy got a lot of shit going on.
See, y'all acting like that's not a real thing. Go ahead. I'm gonna let go on Spaces.
Yeah, come on, Spaces. Bring us
I know
home.
y'all can't answer that question.
I can answer it.
The answer is yes. The most I can never speak for all. I will never speak for all. I will say that there is in the guy's past, especially the older he gets, there is one where he'll be like, man, I miss her. That situation, it could be from how he missed out on her from the standpoint of taking her seriously. It could be from the standpoint of she just did some tricks on it so good that I want to do it again. I want to do it forever. I want to call her. It can be anything, but there's definitely for a lot of guys that at least one, especially if you're one of those guys that are genetically gifted and you're to women, you're up higher on the looks scale. You're gonna find that one that'll be like, okay, I got all of these other women, so I don't need to pay attention to one, but I am going to miss that one.
He's thinking about it every day.
However, on the other side, I will say, even on the guys that aren't so gifted on the look scale,
thank you, Spaces,
they may not get as much attention from women. So when they do get attention from women, that one woman gave me attention, and if it doesn't work out for one way or the other, I'm gonna miss that one woman. Either way, the answer is yes. Most guys have one woman in their past that they'll be like, yeah, I miss her.
Spaces.
I think Buddy was spitting.
Spaces. I gotta be a narcissist in some shit.
What?
I gotta be, cause I mean, I always feel like I'm the prize. If I get
He's married, man. So look.
Yeah.
I promise you it ain't that.
Nikki,
I
check
promise
this
you,
out,
Nick, it
though.
ain't
Now,
that.
I would like to think that. I
what?
mean,
That's the reason.
I probably am.
There's
that
some men
woman
thinking
that
about
you're
you
thinking
right
about,
now.
But
I guess
what
that's
she's
why.
saying.
Is that
what's
why?
in her
Is
head.
that why Jamel
That's
left?
what's up. That's what's up.
Is that why Jamel left?
No,
Look at that smile. She's thinking, I
He
know
knew-
there's a
he
man
knew
or
this
two out
topic
there
was
thinking
coming
about
up.
it.
Oh, Jamil don't know nothing. I don't be telling him nothing.
So, Dang in my comments, he's a subscriber to my channel. He said, I can answer it. Women think about what men are thinking way more than men actually think.
Boom.
Wait a minute, say that again.
He said
Boom.
women are thinking about it more than men are thinking about it.
Boom.
What, another man?
No, like thinking about
Are they
a
thinking
man
about
that was
another man?
women are thinking about a man that was impactful to them more than a man thinking about a woman that was impactful to them.
Yep.
We ain't even talking about impact. We mean you just miss her. You think about it every day. What is she doing?
Oh, Nikki, you're
going too far.
you are so good with music, and I know country music too. You know the song "Don't Close Your Eyes." I can't think who sings it, but the whole thing of the song is, "Please don't close your eyes tonight, because when you do, I know you're thinking about him." Don't close your eyes. It's a great song.
Is that Kid Rock?
I don't know, but listen to it sometime, Nikki. Don't close your eyes. It's about a man bedding down a woman, but she keeps on closing her eyes and thinking about the old man. He's like, tonight, look me in the eye, because I know you loved him, but love me tonight.
See,
Anyway.
whoever Spaces audience member, that's what they talking about.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, absolutely.
I agree.
I'm not disagreeing with Dang at all. I'm just saying, we can't eliminate. And I was thinking about this when
You
we
got
were
one that got away, don't you?
When we were in the lot. No, not necessarily. But
He hit her
it's
with
just
the not necessarily.
just when it, I mean, just living life in general. Like at this point, and pretty much like once you reach 30, 35, you're at the point where you're like, man, that one person.
I ain't missing one, bro.
That's why I say I don't speak for all. That's why I say I speak for most. So
I'm sure it's true with some, but when you get one early and young, yeah.
I guess that's like if you meet them young, then you probably didn't. That's probably her. But you didn't miss out on her then. But it was a lot of videos I ran across, and it was just I was gonna put a compilation together, but that was just kind of something I threw out there. I wasn't gonna really talk about it, but I thought it was interesting. Huh?
Y'all don't, Tim, Stony, y'all don't think a lot.
Just don't say it out loud. Just do this.
I'm saying from a standpoint of, I'm looking at it from a standpoint of that one person did something that impacted you, that you liked so much that it's like, man, sometimes that person comes across my mind.
100% for me. That's true.
You come across, it could be the way they talk, it could be the way they carry themselves, it could be the way they dress, it could be something they specifically did for you.
It happens for sure. Yeah, it does.
Like you think about it, it's just something that comes across the brain. Now, there's a difference. Excuse me, I'm sorry. My fault, Tim. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I was just saying I don't sleep over it, but now and then something might pop up that reminds me of how special.
Like
and that's the point.
That's
the point I was getting at. It's like it just comes across the mind. Now it becomes a problem when you start fantasizing about it. When you really start thinking about it, like, man, it gets to a point where you're like, you know what? The person that I'm with isn't doing the thing that that person that I was with before is doing. That's when it becomes a problem. But if it's
Yeah,
just that's just
you
how the
shouldn't
brain
be
works.
you shouldn't be with it. That's what I'm saying. It's like, how do you get there? I don't get that. That's what I'm saying. I don't know how you get there.
You
How
can't
you get
expect
to
nobody to do the same thing another person did.
right.
It's a whole nother experience.
And
Can't hold that
that's why I say
against
it
her
becomes
because she ain't got no Megan knees. I'm just saying.
and that's why I say it becomes a problem. It's like when you start fantasizing about it, or when you start trying to mold the person that you're with into the person that you were with before.
Now
You know
I
what I mean?
think
That's when it
That's
becomes a problem.
weird.
oh, people
What's
do
that?
that.
What's that Tyler
Guys
Perry
do that.
movie
Guys do that.
with what's her name? Taraji. The Tyler
Taraji?
Perry movie with Taraji.
No, it's that Diary of a Mad Black Woman.
It had a weird name.
Acrimony.
Acrim Boom.
No,
That's it.
I know which one you talk about.
Exactly. When I
I
watched
can do
that
better by
movie,
myself.
I was saying to myself, why is he doing that dumb shit? Like, what man gives another woman the other woman's dream? Like,
Oh no, that is Acrimony. That's
yeah,
that wasn't Taraji though. I don't think. No,
yes, it
no, that was
was.
Taraji. That was Taraji. You're
Yeah.
right. My fault. My fault.
Dude had no game. It's like you just got this one track game. I'm gonna buy you a boat and name it this. I'm gonna put you in this apartment on the top of this building. I'm gonna give you this ring with these carats and this inscription on it. Like, you tell one woman that, and then you finally break up with her and get a new woman, and you gonna give her the same dream.
That's because that was his dream, not hers.
Yeah,
He did that
I
because
got
that's
you.
something he wanted to do.
You're right. That's that two things to be true at the same time. You're right, but again, it's just like you got to rewrite the dream, bro. Like, I'm watching a movie, understanding you're fucking up. You're fucking up. Like, that's not how it goes with women. Like, if you meet one woman, she might love roses. You don't just automatically meet another woman and buy her roses, like, because women love roses. No, you say, hey, what kind of flowers you like? Because she might like tulips, bro. It's just this.
I don't know. I can't imagine too many women out there that won't want a yacht that's named after them,
It wasn't named after.
or like in dedication to them.
Absolutely, but that's what I'm saying. No one, no you, unless you gonna keep you love Karens or Janes or some shit. Like, you just gotta, you like women with the same name. Like, yeah, name the boat after your chick, because when you get the new chick, the name gonna change. You see what I'm saying?
Who are y'all defending right now in that movie?
I'm defending Taraji. Well, not. I'm defending her her.
Talking about when she went snap.
Yeah, he
now I
did
can
that.
understand that, but do you think that she could have been a better wife through that process?
Yeah, I do. But at the same time, like I said, as a man, he owned his shit, right? He owned it, and he called himself like righting the wrong. He bought her mama house back. He undid what he did wrong, but on top of it, you gave the dream that you told her would be hers to another woman. That's insane, fam. I'm
You
just
guys
saying.
tell me the name of this movie again.
I'm just saying. I think they both.
I need to watch this movie. What's the name of it?
Yeah, it's called
Acrimony.
It's called Acrimony.
Thank you.
I'm so interested to hear Tim's opinion about it because I think what this is and what Scony is talking about is this is the dream that I have for my wife. It's not the dream that I have for you. You aren't in the picture
You
anymore.
just gave me that, Spaces, tonight.
No, that
you
was
just gave me
her
that
because
perspective
that's who
tonight.
he was with.
Because I didn't look at it like that. It's still wrong. It's two left shoes, but I get it.
So
I could take that as a not an excuse, but a reason that he did that. Because, like I said, I looked at it more or less like this a dude that got no game. So he like, whatever woman I meet, this what I'm gonna tell her. This what I'm gonna do for her. And then she divorced him, and then he remarried, and he told her the same shit. and then made it happen for her. So
I mean, that's enough pride to make you snap.
Yeah, man.
Because she worked her butt off.
No, what made her snap was going over there butt ass naked under that coat and not knowing he had a fucking wife.
So China's subscribe to my channel. I'm saying that on purpose. It said I wouldn't rock my boat exactly. She said I would have took my 10 million and wouldn't have heard from me, and he wouldn't have heard from me again.
That's
I understood her anger, but at the same time she gave up the marriage, so she kind of did too much. Now I did this when I was watching Acrimony. I was doing the calculations in my head. The amount that he owed back to her for what she did for him was roughly around $1 million. He was offering her $10 million, Dr. Evil.
Yeah, but the truth of the matter, and I ain't justifying it, she wanted her marriage back because she, it's like one of them hindsights, like, I should have stayed down. I think she felt like I should have stayed down because his dream actually materialized. And it was like, that was theirs. That was theirs, Spaces. You see what I'm saying?
Because I was going to say now, she held it down for that was years. That wasn't like
20 years.
A short period of time that he kept getting
Her
it wrong.
family,
But he wasn't even contributing to the household either.
And he lost her mama's house. That was it. That was it.
So it was
that
a lot of things going on with that.
You lost my mama's house.
I don't take blame off of him for what he contributed whatsoever at all. Like, let's talk about this later. I want Tim to watch it.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying the conversation.
Yeah.
The biggest question after this movie came out was who was wrong.
Right. And I say it was him.
Trying to say also, I think what made her snap was that he married the girl that he had cheated on her in the beginning of their relationship, right? Yeah. So, well, I'm not sure about that.
Wait a minute, did I miss that part? He cheated on her with the girl. He cheated on her?
I don't think it was.
I only seen it like once or twice a while ago.
At the very beginning, he cheated on her. She pulled up to his house and caught him in the act.
Can we do movie homework together? Can we do movie homework? Because I got one that forget Acrimony. I really would like us to discuss, and I haven't seen this movie in a long time, so it'd be a first refresher for me anyway. But weapons of mass distraction.
Oh, we gonna have to watch that because he been talking about that movie for
please. We might be able to get Tim to kind of dilate his pupils a little bit.
So I like that
it on Netflix?
Segment in general, like a movie review discussion. But did you say weapons of mass destruction?
Distraction.
Is it on Netflix?
Nah, it's so
old.
I think it came out in like 97.
I think I saw it. Is it a dark comedy?
Maybe.
Like, it's not a serious movie. It's like a satire. Yeah. Okay. I'll watch it again.
Let me see if I can find it.
To give us some political. Yeah, it came out in 97.
I'll do my homework.
She ran her car into his trailer. China said she ran her car into his trailer. Tim, you definitely got to watch that.
I definitely will.
Acrimony. Let me see.
And if your wife likes movies, watch it with your wife.
Facts.
Sure. I watch everything with my wife.
Yeah, watch that one. Well, yeah, both.
I mean, I kind of have to.
I was going to say that you better not watch it without her.
But I want you to watch that one with your wife because I want her perspective too.
All right, sweet.
Well, on Acrimony,
they share the same perspective, but
cool. No,
I don't know. That movie have you on a roller coaster, emotional roller coaster. I would be interested to see if they agree or how y'all would think about it.
It's a good movie with parallel, like for black and white culture. It's pretty parallel. Cool. Everything in the movie is about I think it's not a racial
I made a note on both
storyline.
Weapons of mass distraction. And
Mhm.
acrimony.
It looks like it's free to watch on Amazon Video.
Sweet.
The acrimony. It looks like I just Googled it.
Cool.
I'm gonna watch it tonight, and then on top of it, like I said, the movie came out in '97. I want y'all to see the goose eggs, or what they call it, Easter eggs or whatever.
Don't put too many.
Things that happened after this movie that on some Simpsons prediction stuff.
Yeah, it ain't on Netflix. The Weapons of Mass Distractions. All right.
It's gonna probably be on Prime too.
I think I got that. I ain't sure. Oh, I might, because I got Prime. They always saying, you not using all of your benefits.
Scony, did I hear you right? Simpsons?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what's funny is I've been hearing a lot of people say, "Oh, they took those episodes down," and I didn't know what they're talking about. But
what episodes?
I don't know.
They predicted Trump would win
in 2016.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they predicted a lot of stuff. Some of them predictions I hope don't come true because they.
Well,
some that I hope did. So whatever.
What's the term that they came up with when they told all of us, which I think this is part of it, when they told us that the Sinbad movie wasn't real?
Yeah, Sinbad, like he was never a genie.
The genie movie.
Yeah,
and we all from the older people like, I saw that movie, and they're like, no, you didn't. You think you saw it? It's
the Mandela. Is that the Mandela
effect? Yeah, the Mandela effect.
And Amber was just talking about that last night or something.
Shouts out to Miss Amberish.
So it's one of them things like The Simpsons is a cartoon. So it's easy to make a Simpsons depicting anything because it's a cartoon. And then they put it out and be like, and people be like, oh, I remember that. And it's like, no, you don't. It never happened. They just made the shit. This the Mandela effect. Like,
that's funny.
So you think the Mandela effect is that it didn't happen or it did and they did something?
That it didn't happen or that it did happen, and it's both. The truth is, it's something that never happened, but people swear that it did.
No, I think it happened, and they try to manipulate us into thinking it didn't.
I agree with
that's
you.
what I'm hearing.
But that's not the definition of it. The definition is that it didn't happen, and people think that it did. But I'm with you. I really think that it happened, and that was the first. I think that was the first thing that they just. That was the test, the pilot.
Because I was watching a video about it, and
because we all remember
it was like a whole bunch of stuff about the Miss Butterworth ball. Like it was a whole bunch of stuff like that wasn't there before, but this was there. But no, I remember it being this color. Then now it got you confused because you're like, was it that color? Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
So when we're there, and that's what I was be telling you, Tim, that you be thinking, yeah.
It ain't even on Prime.
Are there bombs really dropping in Iran? Because I got an Iranian friend that lives here, older guy, and he's saying that he can't talk to his family back over in Iran right now. They only get the text every now and then to say that they're fine and they're okay. And I mean, is that by design? So that they can put the propaganda in front of our eyes they want us to see, like bombs and children dying. And
don't bring that shit up right now, Scony. It's the end of the night. That's a big conversation, brother.
I'm just saying. How you looking at Black Mirror soon, Tim?
Oh, you watch Black Mirror?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So it's on. Well, no, that's a 16-minute video. I don't see where
Mirror. Oh my God, bro.
The episode with the soldier that see the monsters, and then he hit his head, and he only seen them as human beings.
Oh no, it's because I keep putting destruction, not distraction. So goofy.
Listen, there's so much stuff in Black Mirror that you can relate to real life right now. That's on Netflix, Tim.
All right, I'm gonna check it out.
What's on Netflix?
Aunt Nikki, Uncle Tim's got to go.
All right, I'll talk to you later, Uncle Timmy.
All right, sweet.
We're gonna all go here in a minute. Anything you like to say before we hang up?
I'm gonna
No,
buy Tim some
other than
red
I'm mad at
ties
you.
for Christmas.
Huh?
I'm gonna buy
What you
Tim
say?
some red ties for Christmas. Some red neckties so he can look like Trump.
Or a redneck. I'm gonna get him a Trump was right about everything.
Yeah, I know I gotta come back.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you everybody for hanging out with us tonight. It was a good show, good conversation. Spaces, you want to shout out, let everybody know. Thank you, Spaces people, for hanging out with us, hopping in on the channel, joining the conversation.
I appreciate you for having me here. As always, Miss Nikki. My name is Spaces. I am 1/3 of the No Key podcast. And we go live every Sunday at 2:00. Sometimes we go push it up a little bit early to 12 if we got some things to do afterwards. But it's a great conversation over there, just like it was over here. And I will say that's you guys' homework. If you don't do both, you got Acrimony to watch, you got Weapons of Mass Distraction to watch, and you got Black Mirror to watch. And
I
the
never
reason
seen
why
I never seen none of them. I want to watch that. Black Mirror sound good.
Black Mirror is on Netflix, and it's a Netflix original, so you don't got to worry about no restrictions or anything. There's an episode of Metal. Well, I could talk about all kinds of episodes, but one specifically it's called Nosedive, when the currency of the society is social media ratings. Check it out, man. And the positive side about Black Mirror is it's not one continuous story, so you can watch it at any point. That you can watch any episode. You don't have to watch them in chronological order. My OCD causes me to watch it from beginning to end, but in any order.
Mm-hmm. I'm still trying to pull this movie up. Scony, can we hear you?
You muted, Scony.
Oh,
You're muted.
Oh, there you go.
My bad. Spaces, you said this camera look better.
No, the other one look better.
No, I thought so.
I only see destruction. I don't see distraction.
I'm gonna find it.
Okay, yeah. But yep. So anything, Scotty, you want to say to the people? We still live.
Man, love y'all for being here.
I know, hanging out with us. It's been real, been 100.
Tell a friend to tell a friend.
Huh?
Said tell a friend to tell a friend.
Yeah, share this live. Let's get the number. Hit the likes. Tell your friends. Tell them we are real. We funny. We have a good time. Come on, hang out at Auntie House.
And definitely drop some comments and give us some ideas.
Yeah. Also, if you want to be on the panel, send me the inbox, inbox me or DM me at Nikki Green 2025. You can email me at JustABrownGirlInAmerica@gmail.com. Or you could also send me videos. I'm finna get the reactions back up. So give me about a month. We're gonna get all set up. All right. Well, I love y'all. Thank y'all. Bye.